Yeah. Wrestling God streams in the building. Shout out to RL. DJ Crystal Clear. My name's Select Screen. Let's get this going. What's up, y'all? It's Select Screen here, man. Back with another reaction and review video for you guys. This time for 48 hours. The Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy classic movie of, I believe, 1982, if my research tells me correctly. We're about to have a lot of fun. Shout out to DJ Crystal Clear. The man's been asking for this review for a minute, and we got time. Your boy was a little under the weather yesterday, so we are on live here on Saturday. Normally we don't stream on Saturdays, but I had to make sure I got this in, man. He's been waiting a long time. And shout out to RL for the support through the Cash App. That's how we were able to do this. And so, yeah, I had to get the review done. Had to get it going, man. So if you haven't yet, guys, hit that like button. Make sure to share and subscribe as well. Helps the team. Bro, shout out to Clue, aka Mario, in the building too. Definitely appreciate you, Selector, so much. It is hot in here, man. I'm like sweating. Whew, it's hot in here. But anyway, we're gonna have a lot of fun in here, man. Again, Linktree /select screen, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and again, the cash out. Shout out to Wrestling God Streams. Finished his school until college. That's what's up. Congratulations. And more news about I think her name's Kaylee. Yeah, Kaylee. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. All right. Well, guys, I'm ready to get into this review. I know y'all are ready. Y'all been waiting on this one. Let's go. Yes, sir. All right, let's get into this, man. 48 hours. My thoughts on this movie. We're going to start right off from the jump with my grade on this movie. This movie got a, I just changed it last minute. I'm going to give this movie an A-. I was going to give it a B+. I bumped it up just right now to an A-. Again, this collection, I should probably grab the collection, but I didn't bring it with me. DJ Crystal Clear asked me to grab this collection of Eddie Murphy movies. And my knowledge and background before we get into this review of Eddie Murphy has always been, he's funny. You know what I mean? The Clumps, Donkey, he's done those kind of movies. Not Beverly Hills Cop, but I expected 48 Hours to be similar. This movie again was done in 1982. I'm gonna bring up actually the wiki on this one, and just kind of give you guys a rundown of it, and then we'll talk about a little bit more of what I thought of it. 48 Hours, because there's a sequel that we'll probably do a review to as well. We'll go to IMDb on it. So what this movie, let's first go through who's in the movie. How about that? Cast. Let's start with the cast. I know it's kind of small on your screen. Might be a little blurry, but I'll go through it. Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy. So Nick Nolte plays Jack, the cop in the movie. Eddie Murphy plays Reggie, the convict in the movie. Other big people in this movie specifically are Annette O'Toole. You may know her from Smallville. She plays Elaine. Let's see. Who else was a real big player in this? Sally, kind of. Olivia Brown, kind of. Specifically, James Remar. James Remar plays Albert, and Albert is kind of the bad guy. He was the dad in Dexter. So as soon as I didn't watch or read anything about this, and watch trailers, I just went off what DJ Crystal told me to do. Watch the movie. Crystal said, I'm in checkout. Wrestling says, we decided to be friends, and she basically said to me that I'm her closest friend. We were going to go out together. Oh, that's what's up. And you got the Snyder cut. That's what's up, wrestling. It was only $10. That's crazy. So, let's talk about, again, more of a synopsis of the movie. Let's see if I can't grab it. Yeah, it was 1982. And this movie is such a throwback, man. It's really, the reason I gave it an A- is it is 1982 and it feels like 1982. It was directed by why am I forgetting who it was directed by? Production. I don't know if I saw who actually directed the movie. But nevertheless, the movie in a nutshell. Oh, there we go. Walter Hill. Yes, Walter Hill. Okay. And then can I get a synopsis? And spoilers, obviously, within this, guys. This is not how you spell synopsis, but that's okay. This is great. Renegade cop Jack Cates, aka Nick Nolte, pulls bank robber Reggie Hammond from a federal prison on a 48-hour leave to help him capture Hammond's old partner, Albert Gaines. Having escaped from a prison work crew, Gaines is now on a killing spree around San Francisco on the trail of $500,000 that went missing after one of his robberies. The cocky Reggie knows where the money is, but spars with the hot-headed Jack as he enjoys his temporary freedom. And that's why the movie is called 48 Hours. Maybe in a little bit wrestling, maybe in just a little bit. So, that's the synopsis of the movie. Why I couldn't give this a full A. Like I said, I really liked the movie, but I was expecting this to be, it's in an Eddie Murphy collection. My one thing about this movie was it's about 15 or 20 minutes before you actually meet Reggie, aka Eddie Murphy. It was pretty crazy. My wife and I were watching it, and Nick Nolte, we're like, okay, cool. He's eventually going to run into Eddie Murphy, right? And we kept waiting. Like, didn't happen. And then eventually, again, once Nick Nolte's character Jack loses some of his partners to our villain of the movie, he goes and he gets Reggie. And it was crazy because the movie is, I say that part was elongated. It took a long time to meet Reggie, but once Eddie Murphy shows up on screen, man, it's like it's an Eddie Murphy movie now. And so that was my one critique of the movie. Why I was going to drop it down to a B+, but still, there was a lot of character in this movie, and that's what I liked about it. Jack goes and gets Reggie, and it's a buddy cop movie, but not really. Rated R, so lots of swearing, lots of whatever. But the things that I noticed in this movie compared to movies today is there's a lot of female abuse. They just like smack women around, and it's just like not a problem. And then racially, like, this movie was super racial, which I was not expecting at all. Like, I know Eddie Murphy, again, we talked about this on stream on Wednesday. He's done things like Raw. Eddie Murphy really is like, he was the Richard Pryor of his time. But I wasn't expecting that. And one of the scenes that really caught me off guard is, they're going back and forth at each other. You can see a lot of what would become Rush Hour in this movie. You can see how Rush Hour kind of stole from 48 Hours a lot. But there comes a point in time where they're just, badgering each other back and forth, and they just flat out fight. They're in a parking lot, and they just fight. And I'm like, this is crazy, because at the end of the day, like, Reggie is still a convict. So him fighting this cop is only going to add to his time, right? And Reggie's only got like 6 months left before he gets out and he's free and clear, while they're trying to chase down his partner, his former partner. And they flat out just fight. And I was like, what? If you flat out fought a cop, it's a wrap. That's life, so that was kind of crazy. And then after all that, Nick Nolte just drops the N-word on him. And I was like, whoa, like, where did that come from? You know what I mean? He just dropped the N-bomb on him. And it was said really viciously. You know what I mean? And so for me, as a character, I turned against Jack real quickly. I was like, whoa. There's a scene where the opposite happens, where Reggie, Eddie Murphy, goes into a cowboy bar. And of course, he's the only African American in there, but he's playing as a cop. and he ends up using, again, race against the white folks in the movie. And it was just like, whoa, it was a shock, because I just haven't seen 80s movies in so long. It's been so long. I've kind of forgot how that happened. So that eventually gets resolved. Jack comes back to Reggie and says, "Hey man, I shouldn't have said that." It was just kind of surprising. And so there was a lot of character depth, and hey, maybe we like Jack, sometimes we don't like Jack, sometimes we like Reggie, sometimes we don't. Reggie is just after women the whole movie. He's like, I'm out for 48 hours. I want a woman right now. And that is his main motivation, or getting his money back, which we find out is in his old car. And yeah, the action in it is really, really fun to watch, especially if you grew up in the 80s era. It really just kind of threw me back, and I forgot about how most of the action scenes are done over just like a drum beat. It's just got that feel to it, that old school 80s feel. What this movie reminded me of, as crazy as it sounds, is Wonder Woman 1984. It showed me how much Wonder Woman 1984 is not an 80s movie. There's nothing 80s about that movie. And I'm not trying to rag on that movie. It's different genre, whole thing. But this movie was at the height of, or at least the crescendo of, 80s movies, and it really felt that way, and I really enjoyed that. And I'm not really an 80s guy, but the film just really just dove all the way in. It went all the way on that. Wrestling, go ahead and drop your announcement, man. And Wrestling also says, despite my disability, I start wrestling training soon. My mom is going to look into it. That's what's up, man. All right, we might have a new page. That'd be dope, man. Congratulations. So really enjoyed it. I think DJ Crystal Clear had this one down when he said that this is a really great Eddie Murphy movie. It really is. It's a good movie. Again, if you didn't grow up in the era, you might find a lot of the stuff offensive. So I want to put that disclaimer on it. But overall, the movie is just fantastic. It's really fantastic. Let's see. A couple of retweets going on here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited to see the sequel. Mario said one of the best, and I would totally agree. You can see the star power, plain and simply, the star power of both Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, and for them to film this movie together, I mean, it dealt with some heavy. There's a little bit of comedy in it, specifically the meme or the gif that you've probably seen where Eddie's sleeping in the back of the car. And there's kind of a reason for that. They're doing a kind of like a stakeout. And he tells Jack, Reggie tells Jack, I'm going to bed. Like, you're the cop. Like, you do all this stuff. Wrestling, is that your big announcements, man? Oh, the big announcement was the wrestling training, right? Oh, on a personal note, I'm venturing into I think he's still typing. That's what's up. What else can I say about 48 Hours, guys? Yeah, good action, great acting. You still get a little bit of Eddie Murphy come through. There's a scene where they're sitting a lot of the movie in this convertible, and Eddie kind of gives and I'm gonna butcher this, but he the Eddie Murphy laugh just out of nowhere. So that was very, very fun to watch, and just again reminded me, man, Eddie Murphy in the 80s, was there a bigger star? I don't know. And to think all that time, he was hanging out with Charlie Murphy and Rick James. Wrestling says, I'm venturing into attempting to express myself by painting my nails phase at the moment. Wow, you know, a lot of people are into that right now. I couldn't do it. Again, different era, different time. But that wasn't for me. So, yeah, man. 48 Hours. If you're looking for an 80s action flick, and it's not action comedy. I want to make sure that you guys understand that. It's not an action comedy movie. It is an action movie. I would definitely rate or tell you to watch it if you're of age. It's a rated R movie. But worth seeing, absolutely. Absolutely. I know my dad and I are definitely going to probably watch this movie again. Wrestling says, thanks for your support with everything. Dude, always got your back and super excited to see how the whole wrestling thing goes out. That's going to be dope. That's about it, man. Crystal, I know Crystal was at checkout at Walmart, but again, want to give a huge shout out there. Again, we were able to do this. We were able to purchase this pack of movies because of RL. So that's super, super dope. And again, you guys keep the requests coming in, man. If there's a movie you want us to review or react to, we're definitely open to doing that because we do this selectors for you. I don't know the status of Elmo, if Elmo's going to be coming back to the stream or not. Again, she's taking some time off. We'll see. Hopefully I know something about that today. But definitely still here, still going. We may switch the schedule up a little bit, depending on what she kind of decides to do. She's kind of got some other focuses that she's working on. And so, yeah, we'll just see how all that goes. Kaylee said, Wrestling says, Kaylee says she thinks of me as a brother. It's all right. That's what's up. Again, you put yourself out there. You know, you tried. That's the best anybody can do. And the fact that you could still keep that friendship going, that's dope. Wrestling. For sure. Also, I want to let you guys know, game-wise, we've been playing a lot of Ratchet and Clank. The new game comes out next week. I'm not sure if we're going to do it. I'm not sure if we're going to do, Rift Apart. Just because I'm not sure if I like Ratchet and Clank. As you guys can kind of see it in our playthrough, it's okay. It's a cool family game, but I don't know. We did pick up Retromania, and Wrestling, I gotta tell you, we're gonna do a review on it, but I'm gonna spoil it. I don't like Retromania. I got it on Switch, and I don't like it. I gotta be real with you. I don't know. But we will play that on stream, and we'll probably review it, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. And maybe you guys can change my mind on it. I'm open to that. I'm definitely open to that. Again, we're gonna end it here. Thank you, selectors, so much. Give me my camera real quick. Thank you so much for all the support. Shout out to Wrestling God Streams, man. It's so good to see you. Good luck with everything, and I'm so glad, man, that congratulations on graduating and heading into college. That's huge. DJ Crystal Clear, thank you again for the suggestion. RL, Clue was in here as well. You guys are amazing, man, and it's so fun doing these reactions and reviews with you guys. If you have seen 48 Hours and you're watching this later on, let me know what your favorite scene is. Again, my favorite scene by far had to be Reggie sitting in the back of the car and the meme that everybody probably likes, and then Jack slamming himself in the back of the seat to wake him up. That was a great scene. Very classic. All right, guys, do me a favor, be kind to one another. Remember to choose your destiny, just like Wrestling God Streams is. Man, it's so dope. I'm super encouraged by that. Until next time, my name's Select Screen, and I'm out.